Today we'll be giving a gameplay overview and review of the game Karuba, created by Rüdiger Dorn and published by Haba Games. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with To Die For Games. I'm Mandi, aka the Board Gaming Pinup Girl. My fellow hosts are
Tracy, the gaming maven.
And Steph, the games teacher.
Are you looking to check out a particular part of the video? Maybe you're keen on seeing the gameplay or the review. Click on the timestamps below and jump right to the part you want to see most.
We would love to hear what you thought of today's video or what you want to see next, so feel free to leave a comment below. If you don't want to miss out on our next episode, click the subscribe button and you'll know as soon as we post them.
We also have a special guest reviewer joining us today. Caryl from the popular online store Quiche Games will be giving us her take on Karuba. Will we agree? Stay tuned and find out. The game plays in about 40 minutes, is suggested for ages 8 and up, and accommodates 2 to 4 players. We've got Karuba all set up and ready to go, so let's get to it. So let's talk about the objective. It's a tile placement game with an Indiana Jones flavor to it. Be the adventurer with the most points from your temple treasures and special gems you find along the way by the end of the game. So, Stephane, tell us, what's inside the box?
Components: 4 islands, aka the player mats, crystals and gold nuggets, temple treasures varying point values, temples and adventurer tokens, jungle tiles, 36 tiles each numbered from 1 to 36 for each player, and 1 set of game instructions. All right, now that we know what we're playing with, how do we set up? Tracy?
Setup. Each player starts with the exact same items: an island player mat, 4 temples, 4 adventurers, 1 in each color, and 36 tiles. Gems are kept in easy reach of all players, and the temple treasures are stacked with the highest value on top going in descending order underneath. All but the start player will arrange their 36 tiles face up around their board, while the start player, the bingo caller, shuffles their tiles, stacks them in a face down pile. Players, in order, will get to decide on the placement of one of the adventurers or temples along the outside edge of their board. All their players will place the same piece on the spot on their own boards until all pieces are placed. The adventurers must start on one of the 2 beach edges, and the temples must start in one of the 2 jungle edges. Important to note that although everyone places each person in temple in the exact same spot, this does not mean you will all play the same. Now you're ready to venture forth to amass a wealth of treasures. Now we're ready to play. Over to you, Mandi.
Now it's gameplay time. As a tile placement game, simply place tiles on your game board. Simple, right? Yeah, maybe not. You can use your tiles in one of 2 ways. 1, place the call tile on a free space on your player board. Remember, dead ends are allowed. I get a lot of those. Tile orientation, the tile number needs to be on the top left corner. Number 2, discard tile to move a single adventurer along a path. Single, not couples. Adventurers can't pass or jump each other, so be careful of a traffic jam. Movement is based on the number of tile edges with a path. You can choose to stop early, pick up any gems that be lying in the bush on a tile, but your movement will end there. I go for the gems. Stephane, tell us about how the game ends.
Thank you, Mandi. Game end. The game ends when either one player manages to get all 4 of their adventurers to the matching colored temple, ending the game immediately, or 2, all 36 tiles have been called and used. Players then count up their treasures. The crystals are worth 1 point each, the gold nuggets are worth 2 points each, and the temple treasures are worth the value printed on them. The player who has amassed the highest value of treasure wins. So that is how you play Karuba.
All right, so it's review time. General opinion, what did we think of the game?
I like the game because I'm a puzzle person, so that appealed to me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the game as well. The theme of traveling through the Mayan ruins was, or Aztec ruins, as the case may be, somewhere in Central America. Really enjoyed it.
Jungle.
I liked it. Straightforward, easy. Again, something I can play at work, and I can also play with my nephew, but I can also play with gamers, so I liked it. Let's talk about the artwork and even the theme a little bit. So I liked the art. It was very simple, but it was effective. I knew what we were playing. It stood out to me. I love anything jungle. It's fun. And yeah, so what do you guys think?
I thought the artwork was also simple but effective for what you're doing. It looks like a jungle with a little bit of beach. I like the little temples and the adventures because they're very, very thematic. So they're probably the best part of them for me.
I agree with what they said.
All right, that was pretty straightforward. I really like the guy in the box too. I think that's his face.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, it's really cool because then
Very
you
Indiana
know
Jones.
he's trying to get the treasures. So effective. Okay. Quality of components. I like the jewels. That's the best part. Jewels, gold.
Gemstones. Wow.
I know I'm easily pleased. So all I saw was the jewels. I didn't care about anything else. But no, everything was very good. I do actually wish that they had, and we talked about this in my gaming group during lunch hour. The boards had another side, perhaps, maybe to make it more complex. I know there are tiles that are out.
Why did I not notice that?
I know, I didn't notice
Every
it
time
either.
I played the game.
But these two guys that I played with, Emmanuel and Jamie,
The player boards are double-sided?
no, they're not.
They're not. You wish they were.
I wish they were.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sorry,
That
I
could
wasn't
do it.
clear.
I got it.
One-sided. I wanted it to be two-sided, and I didn't notice it. Other people did. And I said, yes, that is a very good point. So maybe just something different with obstacles or to make it more complex. I believe there are tiles out, from what I was told,
There are
that
tiles.
additional
Oh, for
tiles
an
for the
advanced
game, for an
variant?
advanced variant.
Oh,
But
that'd
so
be
I thought the
challenging.
board would be nice, but who knows? Maybe they'll come out with like an expansion or something. So
It could
Something
be
to look forward to.
expandable.
yeah. So what did you guys think about component-wise?
Also, the gemstones, I'm very tactile. I'm very much, if I can grab something or play with something or move something, I'm happy. So that was really, really good.
It had interestingly shaped wooden bits, which is always a selling point for me. So anything with wooden components that have an unusual shape.
We won't go there.
We won't go there. They went there already. I wasn't going to. but-
Silently. So on to game mechanics. We'll start on this end because I feel like I'm really chatty today.
I enjoyed the mechanics. The bingo calling is familiar to anyone who's ever played bingo before. And it allowed the players to kind of all be moving and acting simultaneously, which is really fun. It reduces the amount of downtime in the game while you're waiting for other players to take their turns.
Yes, and like Mandi had said before, you don't necessarily play the same. You could be watching what other people are doing, but that's boring. You want to be doing something different. And you can actually, I find everyone's board looks completely different even though we played each tile at the same time. Some people will throw one out, but some people will use it. So
Exactly. I like the whole puzzle thing. At first I was a little like, oh, but I'm the type of person, I'm like, no, stay focused. Because I'm telling you, as soon as I look at someone's board, I'm gonna start second guessing my moves. No, 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 just do it. So I like the fact that I was able to focus, but then I was still having that interactivity with everybody. So I found that was really good. I thought it was gonna be, puzzle, I'm gonna be focused on my stuff. No, it was great. So it was really neat to see everybody's board. Some people's boards were really thought out. Mine, of course, is random and take all the jewels, but oddly enough, I came in second place when I played it today, so not bad.
nice.
Oh, so similar games. Can you guys think of any offhand or similar kind of mechanic?
Well,
or-
the bingo mechanic, we just recently did Dingo's Dreams.
Yep.
And so, and in fact, a lot of people on Board Game Geek were asking questions like, do I need both of these games? Do I want both of them? Because they have similar mechanics behind the scenes. So yeah, that's obvious. One similarity is Dingo's Dreams.
Yeah, and I found that one different for me. Like to own both, I think you could, because I do find them different enough.
The mechanics are quite different. The bingo collar part is really the only part that's similar, but they do have much different mechanics after that.
I'm trying to think if there's any others. I mean, for some reason, I'm thinking cacao. It is totally not the same, but I think it's a tile placing thing that I'm thinking of. Not so much the
Exactly.
bingo calling, but tile placing. You get, well, in this case, it's like I think it's a cocoa beans or something that you get in that
It is.
game versus when you get jewels. Anyway, just throwing it out there. So
Yeah, and
you
of
might
course,
like that too.
Carcassonne is the traditional tile.
Of
listing.
course.
Everybody, well, maybe you all know Carcassonne. Do you?
There's a
If
lot of
not,
tiling.
you really should play it. But
There's a lot of tiling. There's Alhambra. Anyway, getting off track here. But you get the idea of where we're going. Final thoughts. What do you guys think?
If you like the puzzle aspect, you're gonna like it if you like puzzles. Otherwise, it's gonna kind of feel maybe a little bit boring, a little bit non-interactive, but I think the bingo collar thing really makes it much more interactive. So.
It is a race game, so you're racing against your other opponents to see who'll get there first. Other than the fact that everyone's taking action at the same time, there really isn't any a way for you to affect another player's play. So there's no player-on-player interactivity, but there's no downtime either because everyone's playing simultaneously. So I think that's pretty good. I enjoyed the game.
Okay, so far so good. I also enjoyed this game. I was told that this is kind of, I think Haba's one of the more adult games, or the first kind of adult game, so I was a little worried, it might be really kiddie, but it was great, and I played often during my lunch breaks with people of my age or even older, and they like it. We really have a good time. It's short, so exactly what you were saying, there's not a lot of downtime. You're playing at the same time, and people like that. Nothing is worse than someone agonizing over a move, and you're like, get on with it.
I'll just go get a coffee.
Exactly.
I'll come back.
Sorry if you're one of those people. I'm so sorry. It drives me crazy. So this game didn't have that. So it was really, really good. So overall, 2 thumbs up. I own it. So definitely a game that I think you should try out. So anything else to add before we finish up?
Don't own it. I think it would be a good one to add to the game to kind of get people into other types of games. I think it would be a good gateway game too.
Yeah, I also give it 2 thumbs up. It was a lot of fun.
All right, so there you have it. That is our playthrough review of Karuba. So Caryl, give us your thoughts on Karuba. Did you enjoy it? Tell us.
Thanks, Mandi. Now we're going to be talking about our final thoughts about what Karuba is really like for us, how we liked it, and what we thought. First of all, what we really liked about Karuba is just how well it played, how well it scaled. Just everything about it was so easy to grasp and so easy to learn that everything just clicked right away, and you can just go over the learning curve and jump straight into the game itself. The best thing about it is just how simple the game actually is, but how strategic it actually is as well at the same time. Even though players start on 2 separate boards, you're always trying to find out how to best utilize the tiles that you're given. You're always wondering, should I put this tile here? Do I need to move my person now? Do I pick up the gold on the way? Like, for us, we're always those greedy people that always want to try and get the gold. They want to get the silver. We want to also make it to the temple at the same time, but honestly, there is just not enough time, and I love how it's a balance between that. It's a balance between, do I move my person? Do I go straight for the points? Do I be the first person to get there? Do I pick up the extra points on the way? Do I just want to end the game so that everyone finishes the game? That's one of the best things about the game. You get to dictate how long the game gets to go. You're not waiting until some arbitrary thing happens. You're not waiting until someone gets a certain amount of points. You're trying to beat everyone else to get to your temple. Stop them from winning over you, pretty much. Karuba will be an easy play for you. It will be easy to learn. It will be easy to teach. And it will be easy to play. Sometimes we like games that are like that, because as soon as you can learn how it plays, you don't have to spend your first few games trying to figure out the little nuances and the little strategies on how you get to win. Instead, you get to jump straight into the game, read other people, and figure out how best to capitalize and balance your moves, balance how you get your points, and just enjoy the game itself. So what are our thoughts about Karuba? Do we like it? Yes, we love this game. Do we recommend it? Yes. Play it with young kids, play it with adults, play it with inexperienced people who don't know anything about board games. This game will be a crowd pleaser.
Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of To Die For Games. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. I can be so silly, you're going to be like, stop being so silly.
Put your